Hi there. In this video, we'll be covering how to find a ghostwriter. Congrats, you found a ghostwriter. I'm a ghostwriter. Let's explore what that means and how myself or somebody else can help you write your book. By the end of this video, you will learn the best places to find ghostwriters, the benefits of working with a ghostwriter, and the process you should follow when hiring a ghostwriter to write your book. And stay tuned until the end of the video for a free opportunity. Let's dive in. To start off, congratulations, you have found a ghostwriter. I am a ghostwriter. I am a book ghostwriter. I've been ghostwriting books for people for the past 5 years. It's been really special to help people share their message and carry their message forward to publication, and seeing the results that people are having from working with me and collaborating together. It's just been awesome to share these stories, to get these messages out in the world, and it's been neat as well to connect with other ghostwriters for me. It's been awesome for me not just to help authors tell their stories, but to connect with other ghostwriters and to recognize that this is such a neat opportunity to be able to help people share their message. It's such a neat calling. You know, I feel such a strong sense of purpose. It's interesting because I spent the beginning of my career as a journalist, and I always wondered if I'd be able to re-find that rush, the newsroom rush of, you know, breaking news is happening. And it's different, certainly. I do miss elements of that. I miss the collaboration element, but all of the pieces that I loved about the newsroom, I'm able to apply to book ghostwriting, and I'm able to dive deep and help people on a one-to-one level to walk with them and to share their message with the world. It's such an awesome, awesome thing. And it's just been so inspiring for me to meet with people, to help them move forward, to see the light in their life come back on, you know, as they're able to move past the struggles they faced and heal and, you know, do the unthinkable. So it's been awesome to collaborate with people in that way. When thinking about finding a book ghostwriter, there's really a couple different options, and you can search for them individually or through different services. On LinkedIn, for example, you can find lots and lots of ghostwriters. If you search for book ghostwriters, book ghostwriting, you can find a lot of people who do what I do. And it's really neat to be able to connect with some of them and explore, because some of them have specific expertise. Some of them deal with only nonfiction, like myself. Some deal with fiction and nonfiction. Some are kind of polymaths and do everything. They write everything. That's kind of what I do. I actually like covering and writing about all these different topics, you know, because it keeps everything fresh. You know, some ghostwriters will focus only on a specific niche, and I don't think I would work well that way. I love being able to bounce around and tell new stories and try new forms of storytelling. So it's been awesome to jump around, but you know, it's really great to be able to connect with ghostwriters individually or through different organizations. One such organization is the Association of Ghostwriters. I'm a member of that group, and it's just an awesome group. Marcia Layton Turner created it, and she's done a great job of guiding it forward and creating this awesome space for ghostwriters to collaborate. You know, I helped to create a similar space, a little bit different, but kind of a book writing help meeting space. It's called Book This. It's at bookthistalk.com. And every month, me and a group of other ghostwriters and authors and book people connect together. I created the group with a ghostwriter friend of mine, Isabella, and it's been really great to just talk through these issues, talk through topics. But if you connect with that group, there's a good chance you're going to find an awesome ghostwriter. And it's neat because we don't all work in the same space. So you may have a specific need and a different focus for a ghostwriter that we may be able to help you fill. Gotham Ghostwriters is another great platform that has a huge network of ghostwriters. People who work with Gotham will basically have a summary of their book and of the scope of the project and of the needs and expectations sent to a large group of ghostwriters, and then those ghostwriters can vie for that and apply for it. And if you're lucky enough, you get interviewed, and then the author gets to pick which person they want to work with, which is an awesome process. It's a great process. Another venue is Reedsy. Reedsy is very popular for book professionals, and I've never gotten work through Reedsy, but it is a service that is highly regarded, and there's a lot of great people on there. So that is another one that you don't want to pass up. The thing that you want to focus on when trying to find a ghostwriter is quality, is credibility, is trust. You know, you want to know that they are somebody who can carry your book forward, that can help guide your book from where you are now, from struggle points, past them, past the rocks, to success. You want to be able to climb the mountain for this book, and you need somebody to help you get there. You want to find somebody who is established at books like yours. They don't necessarily need to be in the same space, but they should involve the same kind of problem solving. You want to find a ghostwriter who can problem solve and who can help guide you past the problems you're having. Because ultimately, if you can't solve those problems, the book's never going to get finished. This is really the biggest obstacle. So the ghostwriter should be somebody who's well-versed at solving problems. You know, somebody who has a really good understanding of what you need and what your book needs to be able to do to get past this point and moving forward. You know, as such, you need to have a robust hiring process when thinking about taking on a ghostwriter. This can't be just finding the first person you find. I know, you're watching this video, that could be me, but it's not just enough to say, I think this person's good. You need to be able to meet with them, to talk to them, to read their samples of writing. You need to talk to their clients, past clients, see what they have to say. What was it like to work with them? What was their experience like? You know, you want to trust that you're going to have the highest level of success possible with this project. And just because they present a good game on social media doesn't necessarily mean they're the right person for you. I mean, there's people that I connect with who I know aren't even right for me, you know, and I connect them with somebody else. I find somebody else who's a better fit for them. So this is really all about making sure that there's a good fit. You know, when you meet with somebody for the first time and talk to them and explore the questions that you have, explore the problems you have, ask them how they might solve the problem. They should have an answer of some kind, you know, or if not, they should be able to get right back to you with an answer. You know, this is really about finding somebody with the experience and the credibility to be able to carry this forward. And you need to be able to follow your gut. You know, a lot of times we disregard our gut. We tell ourselves like, oh, this is fine, I'm going to keep going. You don't want to get a month or 2 months or 3 months down the road and find out that this is the wrong fit, that this isn't the right person for you, that you want to make a change. And that gets complicated, that gets iffy, that gets, you know, at some point, if you're trying to pull back from that arrangement, it means something's not working. And ultimately, maybe there's an easy course correction. Maybe there's just a misunderstanding, but maybe it's something bigger. You know, it's really important that you find a ghostwriter who's well-versed at working through client concerns, at finding the right path forward, and at bringing you confidence that you believe in this process, that you trust this process. You need to be able to feel this deep in your bones, inside of you, that this process is working well and this process is putting you in the right direction. You need to be at ease because this is all about finding comfort for you. You don't want to hire a ghostwriter to then have to do more work. This is about finding somebody who can be the story expert to match with your expertise of topic and bring forward the best book possible. It's just an awesome thing when those two things collide and marry. And, you know, it really requires you to be vigilant in the hiring process because being vigilant and talking through these issues and exploring your gut feeling is going to help you move forward in confidence and move forward in clarity. You know, I recently connected with someone who I've now begun working with on a book. We're ghostwriting a book together. And they actually found me through a previous client of mine. This is a great referral. You know, I was really proud of this process because, you know, the moment we connected, we already had this foundation. We already had this foundation built of respect and trust because we had this mutual connection that thought so highly of me when I worked with them. And we've just been able to carry this forward, you know, on this new project and just hit the ground running. It's been awesome to see that. You know, so as you begin thinking about finding a ghostwriter and working with a ghostwriter, explore your network, explore your connections. You might actually know somebody who's worked with a ghostwriter before who may be able to connect you with somebody who's perfect for you, somebody who's ideal for you, somebody who has your perspectives and values and ideas and, who can really bring their best to this. This is about finding the best. And your connections, people in your network who've written books before or worked with ghostwriters may have the perfect match for you. So keep an open mind with this process, give it some thought and think about all the areas in your life where you may have the perfect person right there. It's just a matter of following the process, of following the right steps and trusting your gut. And believe me, if you do all those things, you're going to have a really good likelihood of success. You're going to put yourself in the best position to succeed, and you're going to hopefully write the best book possible that's going to help take your life, your career, your dreams to new heights. This video is all about how to find a ghostwriter, and obviously now you found me, and I'd love to connect. Go to my website, goodghostwriter.com. You can click the link below and schedule a one-on-one free strategy call with me so we can talk about your book, the challenges you're facing, the path forward, and what it means to work with a ghostwriter. Maybe it's me, maybe it's somebody else. I have lots of ghostwriters who I'm close with who would be potentially great to work with. So between me and my connections, I'd love to help you. I'd love to help you bring this book forward and find all the success in the world. Remember, good ghostwriting makes great books. I'm Dan Good. Thanks for watching.